Are you serious? Well, we've got information coming in right now, breaking news coming out of the White House on two separate stories, two separate issues that the President of the United States is doing. Let me put a shout out first for www.pastorpaulgold.com. Let me get that on the screen for you. www.pastorpaulgold.com. Let me tell you why. You can call their number also at 877 646 5347. That's 877 646 5347. And talk directly to the folks there at Noble Gold. Now, while you're distracted by the headlines, the insiders are getting ready. Billionaires, big banks, even foreign governments, they're all quietly hoarding up the gold and the silver. They know the dollar's being devalued, and they know the next crash is coming. So you ask yourself a question. Why can't we own what they're buying? Why don't we have at least a fraction of the real assets, gold and silver? Gold, a biblical currency. So you ask yourself that question. While they're preparing, the average American is left in the dark. But you don't have to be. If you go right now, click on that link below this video, go to www.pastorpaulgold.com. At Noble Gold Investments will make it simple to protect yourself with the same investment grade gold and silver the elites are stockpiling. Real assets you can hold in your hand, real gold, real silver. They'll ship it to you or put it in a secured vault. The decision is yours. Guys, don't let the next crisis catch you unaware. Do it now. Click on the link below, www.pastorpaulgold.com, or call them at 877-646-5347. You will be glad that you did. I guarantee it. So here's what we got. Here's what we got, guys. President Trump strikes again. Two separate issues. First of all, President Trump military carried out another strike on another Venezuelan drug cartel vessel. 3 people were killed in this strike. President Donald Trump said that the United States has carried out another strike on a second Venezuelan boat and killed 3 alleged terrorists he claims were transporting drugs, expanding his administration's war against the drug cartels and the scope of lethal military force to stop them. The United States president gave few details about the strike, saying in a social media post that the action was on his orders and that it has happened earlier in the morning. He's just now telling us. The post was also accompanied by a video clip showing the boat, which appeared to be stationary, erupting into a fireball. The strike occurred while these confirmed narco-terrorists from Venezuela were in international waters transporting illegal narcotics, a deadly weapon poisoning Americans headed to the United States, Trump wrote on his Truth Social. President Trump announced of the strike appeared to be worded in a way to suggest that was a valid legal basis for the strike, and issued that became source of heavy criticism in Washington after the operation against the first alleged Venezuelan drug boat went down, killing 11. So Trump has done 2 of these hits in this September to remember. And according to the matter, the administration briefed Congress last week that the first strike was illegal under the president's Article 2 powers because it involved a boat connected to the Venezuelan gang, which Trump designated a foreign terrorist organization. And the administration was provided little evidence that the first boat was carrying any drugs, although it's hard to do when those drugs were blown away. Now, so Trump strikes again, but that's not the only one, the only situation. President Trump just signed an executive order memorandum ordering the National Guard and the FBI to Memphis in a new crime crackdown. What? A new crime crackdown. So people are concerned, are we becoming a police state? Trump is taking on crime. No one else will. Well, President Trump announced that the National Guard will be and are being deployed to Memphis, Tennessee. According to media reports out of Washington, President Donald Trump announced the arrest of the alleged Charlie Kirk assassin and his next move for cracking down on crime on special report. Now, President Trump then signed a memorandum establishing a task force to address the crime in Memphis, Tennessee, and to initiate cracking down, very similar to the crackdown on crime in Washington, D.C. I'm signing this presidential memorandum, he said, to establish the Memphis Safe Task Force, Trump said in the Oval Office today, and just about an hour ago. And it's very important because the crime that's going on, not only in Memphis, but in many cities that we're going to take care of, all of them step by step, just like we did in Washington, D.C. President Trump said the effort would include the National Guard. Okay, so he is going to use the National Guard, no doubt about that. And he said we're going to use the FBI and the ATF and the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, and the DHS, the Homeland, Security, and Immigration Customs Enforcement, or ICE. So Trump's going to send to Memphis the National Guard, the FBI, the ATF, the DEA, the DHS, and ICE, ICE. Trump said in Friday's interview that Fox, and he said on Fox that Memphis, Tennessee is troubled and that we're going to fix that just like we did in Washington, D.C. Also, President Trump initially mobilized 800 National Guard's troop to Washington, D.C. to reduce crime in Washington. Additionally, National Guard troops from Ohio, West Virginia, South Carolina, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee were dispatched to support Trump's administrative effort in Washington. It's very important because of the crime that's going on, not only in Memphis, but in many cities, Trump said. The task force will be a replica of our extraordinary successful efforts in Washington, D.C., and you'll see it's a lot of the same thing. National Guard troops are reserve forces that are activated to handle state and federal operations like natural disasters, and state governments typically oversee their respective National Guard forces. However, the federal government oversees the District of Columbia National Guard. Trump said that the request to address crime in Memphis came from the Tennessee Republican Governor Bill Lee. Meanwhile, Memphis Mayor Paul Young, a Democrat, said on Saturday that he told CNN that he wasn't happy about an upcoming deployment. But Trump is doing it anyway. So Trump strikes again, both this time cracking down on crime here in America, this time Memphis, Tennessee, and also he has just blew up somehow some kind of kinetic energy. We're still not sure how they do it. It's called a kinetic strike. And another drug boat has been blown away or evaporated or whatever you want to call it, exploded. Explosion, but it certainly took place. Are you serious? I mean, are you serious? He's serious about fighting the war against the drug cartels, and he's starting with the strong man. You know, Jesus said, if you're going to take a house, you got to take out the strong man. And I think what Trump is looking at is that the Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro is the narco leader, and Trump is going to take down his machine, his drug trafficking machine, even if it means taking him down. And then he'll turn his attention toward Mexico or anywhere else that the drug cartels are trying to and are operating with the United States across back and forth the border. It's not just drug trafficking, but it's sex trafficking, it's human trafficking, it's child trafficking. It's just absolutely insanity. And so, this is what's going on right now. There is no doubt about it. We're living in a whole different world than we were. Trump strikes again.
I see geese flying high above the water, a child fishing with his father in the rain. I can smell blackberry brandy and chocolate-covered candy. I see a soldier crying on a train, falling asleep.
I have more information about Charlie Kirk. I'll tell you in just a moment.
And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walked the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway.
People celebrating Charlie Kirk's death is absolutely sickening. It's an abomination and it's sickening.
I feel the deepness of his weakness. I can taste the brandy sweetness at a roadside Idaho cafe. I can hear old Teddy laughing, Fitzgerald's toes a-tapping to the roaring sounds of yesterday.
I have more news on Charlie Kirk in just a moment.
Asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walked the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walked the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And a shotgun blast echoed across the page, falling asleep, reading Hemingway.
Reading Hemingway, that's also on my album, Harmonize and Prophesy. It's over on my website if you want to get a copy of that powerful music CD. So I have more information on the Charlie Kirk assassination. I just posted it at Patreon because I just got it from one of the government insiders, and it's best I not say it on an open forum. But if you're already a member of my Patreon channel, you can go there right now. I just posted it, and it's a quick video, but it will give you some very important inside information that we're getting from one of our government insiders. So check it out, okay? If you're not a member of my Patreon channel, it's very easy to become one. Just go to Patreon and sign up and donate whatever you want to donate. Make that commitment. The average person gives about $5 a month. Some give more, some give less. The money goes, of course, to help us spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And trust me, it needs to be spread. We need to spread the gospel. People need to give their life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time, folks. We're seriously running out of time. Seriously, XC. Yes, seriously. We're running out of time. Exclusive content at my Patreon channel. Thank you, Miss CD. Guys, I'll be back with more. I'm actually going to be a guest on a show called Maverick. If you know who he is, Maverick. I'm going to be his guest over on his show tonight. So it's live, and I'm not sure what platform it's on. I'm not positive, but those of you who know who Maverick is, I'll be there. And the show starts in about 12 minutes. God bless all of you. Check out Patreon. I'll be back. Are you serious?